A woman tells a judge she's not a risk days after police say she killed and decapitated the father of her children. And it's a story you will only see from our 8 News Now investigators. Thanks for being here at 6. I'm Denise Valdez.
And I'm Brian Loftus. Prosecutors say Devin Michaels threw the victim's head in the trash. Months later, it remains missing. Investigator David Charnes with a new twist in the case. New at 6. David.
Brian, Denise, Devin Michaels is just one of the names she uses. The other is Tracy Tavares. And a few months ago, Tracy Tavares told a judge she was a low risk to reoffend. But a few days before that, she is accused of decapitating the father of her children.
Ms. Tavares, is there anything that you want to say on your own behalf?
Video the 8 News Now investigators obtained shows 45-year-old Devin Michaels in court days after prosecutors suspect she killed the father of her children.
Data versus Tracy Tavares.
She's here under the name Tracy Tavares on a child abuse charge, one for which a judge, minutes into this hearing, would sentence her to a year of probation.
I've done counseling classes, therapy, drug tests, psych evaluations. I've done everything. And everyone I've spoken to say I'm not an abusive person and they don't feel there's any risk for me to abuse her or would ever do this again.
But 2 days before this court hearing, prosecutors allege Michaels hit 46-year-old Jonathan Willett with a stick, then decapitated him with a meat cleaver. According to grand jury transcripts, Michaels has 2 children with Willett. Willett had custody of the kids, but they were living with Michaels and her husband for the summer. Her husband happens to be Willett's son, making him both her husband and her stepson.
Is that your understanding, Ms. Tavares?
Last week, the same judge who sentenced Michaels to probation revoked it amid her new charge of open murder. Detectives in Henderson believe Michaels killed Willett sometime early in the morning of August 7th. They say they found his wallet, ID, and truck keys in her home across town. Michaels telling police she didn't want to kill him, but wanted to hurt him enough so that he would have to go to the hospital. Police say they found his body smoking from chemicals they believe Michaels poured onto it. Michaels then allegedly took Willett's severed head from the Henderson home where police say he was murdered to Las Vegas, where prosecutors say she threw it in the trash. In the days before Willett's death and Michael's arrest, she was here where her public defender told the judge this.
She's a low risk for offending. There was nothing on there that shows she would reoffend again.
Now, for our purposes, we are referring to her as Devin Michaels, as that is the name police and prosecutors are using. That judge that you just saw sentenced her to jail for violating probation. She didn't know about the murder charge yet, as she hadn't been charged, and Michaels is awaiting trial on that new murder charge. She did decline our interview request. Brian.
David, Willett's family says he had marketing and moving businesses, was often seen around town with his truck and his trailer sporting the American flag. A family member did not respond to multiple requests to speak with them for this story.